things that make it the same are that it's fully accredited, it meets all of the state standards. What are some of the things that make it different?
Well, I said before the atmosphere, but you know what, Dallas, let me go back to what makes it the same in some ways. You know, the students that come to us, the high school students that come to us, and the middle school students now, they want a similar experience to a regular high school, with the difference being that we're smaller, safer, more nurturing. But they want to, we have sports teams that the students can be involved with. We have a lot of extracurricular activities, a full scope of vocational programs, the regular courses that students would take from remedial to calculus and physics, and the kinds of things that make it a regular high school experience for them, which is we have a prom, and we have a yearbook, and we have you know, school events and all school assemblies and things like that, so that the students really get that high school experience that they may not get in another alternative school, or that they weren't getting in the regular high school.
What I want to do now is we'll take a break, and we're going to come back and talk about some more of these special events that they have, the sports activities and such like that. And you really provide a very full experience for the student. Okay, we're going to take that break. Don't go away.
Thank you.
You're watching Cablevision local programming, TV that's close to home.
Here we go. What? What?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent, because kids in foster care don't need perfection. They need you.
When life's this hard, graduating can be even harder. But you can help Jose and the students in your community make it through by visiting boostup.org.
Nice. Yes, go! Yes! No! Come on! Oops. Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Moms everywhere are finding ways to keep kids active and healthy.
Works every time.
Get ideas, get involved, get going at letsmove.gov.
You're watching Cablevision local programming, TV that's close to home.
We're back with the discussion of the Collier School with Raymond Bach and Brenda Considine. You're the principal of the school. You volunteer and have a child in the school. I'm very pleased with it.
Very, very pleased. I was saying to Ray at the break that one of the most significant changes that happens when you talk to any parent of a kid at Collier, and they'll tell you that they worry a lot less. When your kid's in a public school or in a program that's not working, you worry about whether they're going to get the academics that they need to go on to wherever they're going to go, or you worry about their social and emotional well-being, even their physical well-being. You worry about getting bullied and when the school's going to call. And once your child starts Collier, a lot of those worries are lifted because you know that they're in an environment that gets them. They're understood.
And Ray, you've made that point a few times, saying that it's a safe environment. How important is that?
Well, I mean, I think that the most important part of any principal's job should be to make sure that kids feel safe.
And supported.
And supported, and feel like they can come when there's problems. I think that there's a lot about bullying right now, and a lot about the bullying laws and mandates that are coming on school districts. When we looked at that stuff, they are things that we've been doing for a long, long time. We've been doing them for longer than the 25 years that I've been principal, making sure that kids feel safe, making sure that kids can come, and if they're having a problem with another student or with a group of students, that they have a place to go, a place they can trust, that they can come to, that will respond and make sure that they're feeling safe.
And you work that out, that situation out if they're having a problem.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, long before Columbine and other kinds of zero tolerance things, we really had a zero tolerance for fighting at Collier for really the 25 years that I've been there. And it creates a different kind of dynamic. The students want to be there, so they want to not get into a fight. It creates a real open environment for students to have to talk about problems that they're having with each other. And really, knock on wood, there are entire school years that we would go without a single fight.
Without an incident, yeah.
And I'm not sure that other high schools have the opportunity to say that. So we're really proud of that. We're proud of our students taking ownership for making it a safe and nurturing environment and a supportive environment.
We left off by saying that the extracurricular activities are abundant. You have all kinds of things, including sports and clubs, I guess, or just other things they can do, cooking and a number of other things. Talk about that and how important that is to the students.
Well, anybody who's been through high school knows that just the classes that they take, the history, English, math, and science classes, is not the full experience that they're really looking for. So we try to have something for everybody. So we have the sports teams. We have a soccer team and a basketball team and a softball team that plays against other schools like ours. We have clubs. We have a wrestling club and a lacrosse club. They're clubs that I actually advise myself. We have poetry, bicycling club. We've actually had students learn how to ride a bike while they're at Collier, which has been a really neat experience. They didn't ride a bike before they came here. We have a hiking club. We have opportunities to be involved in the yearbook. We have a club, we called it for years the Peace Club, and now it's called the Care Club. But it's a group of students that get together, and their goal is to make sure that it's a nice, peaceful place, and that there's a place for everybody at the table, at the lunch table, and in the classroom. Other activities that we offer include electives that students can take. We have a great deal of wonderful vocational programs. We have a food services program that is second to none. They literally, they're so good. The students prepare the food. Students, there's not a student that complains about our food. They're so good, they've actually catered weddings. We have a great building trades and agri-science program for students that really want to learn some hands-on skills, that puts out carpenters or students involved in landscaping and horticulture. We have a cosmetology program, which is really one of our greatest vocational programs. Students can leave there with hours towards their license. We also have the kinds of classes that kids really look forward to and they can really get involved in that are very small. We have a theater tech class. We have a great performing arts program, great music program. Students that come to Collier, it's not unusual. Another quality that many of them have are they're students that are very, very gifted in the performing arts or in the fine arts. A couple of years ago, we counted up our graduates, and 2/3 of them had been on our stage at one point during their time that they were with us.
Oh, that's great.
So
your son has taken a part in some of these extracurricular
He's just this year gotten involved with the music program, but has done some of the theater tech with the school plays and the school performances, and it's a great way for kids to network with each other in a less structured sort of way.
And none of this is to say that is in place of a very strong academic program.
absolutely.
You are graduating people who are going to college in very, very, very competitive numbers.
Well, one of the things I think that does make us different as an alternative school is that we have really a full college prep program. We average about 80% of our students go to two or 4 year schools. We produce students who we have psychologists who are graduates, therapists, teachers, business owners, lawyers, stockbrokers, makeup artists, performing artists. I think, you name it, students can get that kind of an experience here at Collier.
Well, I'm very impressed with that, because you start off thinking, okay, the kids might be having trouble in high school. Had they maybe stayed in their traditional high school, they would be the kid in the back of the class, or the kid that may be bored, or maybe he's just not going to reach his full potential. And be some of these things. And I've run into blogs on the web there of former students who are just saying it's all due to Collier School.
I would not underestimate the impact that we make, but the students who come to us, really, some come very, very troubled, have had very, very difficult situations in school prior. Some suffer from depression, some have attentional difficulties, others are fragile students, those most affected by an environment that doesn't feel safe. And sometimes what happens to those students in the kind of environment that is difficult to create in a larger school or a larger public school, sometimes they just can never reach their full potential.
I just want to get into the area of the relationship to the school again. The sending district actually pays. It's not a tuition school. It's private, but they don't pay the tuition. The sending school district does, and they take care of the transportation too. And so someone can apply and not feel that extra burden of additional tuition in their family.
Right.
Absolutely.
The federal law guarantees all kids that have an educational disability the right to a free, appropriate public education, or FAPE. If a public school can't provide that in the public school setting, they have to, by law, look to other programs and placements that can meet those needs. The trick with our kids is that they have what I'll call an invisible disability. It's not like you look at a child and you see that they may be using a wheelchair or have a disability that's more obvious. So the needs of our kids can sometimes be misunderstood or misinterpreted. So that can make the advocacy part of it a little bit tricky, but the way free, appropriate public education is supposed to work is that the district pays for the cost of the program, the cost of the transportation, and any related services, the counseling, the group work, any other supports.
We only have a few
child
seconds
needs.
left, and but I'd like you each just to think of one miracle. We said that miracles happen every day. Ray, we'll start with you, and then we'll finish with that.
I guess probably the most significant miracle can be shown in the odometer of my car. I'm driving an awful lot on the weekends for my son to spend time with friends, and that's a very significant part of his life now. It didn't used to be. And for us and for him, that's very, very important, and we couldn't be happier.
And Ray, tell us in one miracle.
Well, I would say that I have thousands to talk about in 25 years, but
in 25 seconds.
Right. The one most recent one that stands out is I was on the first day of school, and I saw a student. He was very, very nervous, and he was kind of standing by himself. And I really make it my business to try and learn everybody's name on the first day. And so I went over and talked with him. His name is Tom, and he was really nervous, and I just said, I saw a few other students approach him to try and make him feel comfortable, and I said, it's going to be okay. By the end of the day, you'll feel much better about it. And he was okay. I checked back in with him a couple days later, and he couldn't be more positive. In fact, we recognized him as being somebody who was very, very positive to another new student. But some of the things that he said to me really included, he just didn't realize that there was a place like this. And he said, this is perfect for me. It's exactly what I needed. It's the kind of place for other kids with issues like mine, that they should all be here. I feel like everybody wants to be my friend. And he said, and it's a great environment. And the last thing he said, Mr. Bach, I bet there's no other place in the world like Collier.
Oh, gosh, what a statement, huh? You don't hear many kids talking about that, do you, in high school? But when you we'll give you the website because you might want to investigate this, www.collierhighschool.com, although we have said that it isn't just a high school anymore. You'll see some wonderful things there. There are videos, testimonials of students, past students, teachers, staff, Okay, all right. So thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, Dallas.
And thank you for watching this special Community Cares edition of Meet the Leaders. If you'd like to comment on this or any of our previous Meet the Leaders programs, send us an email at clp3@cablevision.com and join us